Okay, so today I'll be working on this Panasonic microwave. Customer told me that this is the got door problem. Okay, as you see, it's pretty hard to shut, and you can open it very easily. And I plug it in, the light is on. Okay, even when you close the door, the light's still on. So I'm gonna unplug it and open up and see what happens. Okay, so I unplugged the thing and I turned it around so I can see the back side of it. I'll be using a T20, one of these special socket that have a that really must have a hole in the center. Okay, what do they call them, security bit? Okay, so I'm using the T20, that one right there. Okay, and if you need to get this tool, it's I got this from Harbor Freight. It's about $10, and it's pretty good. Okay, the only thing I didn't like about this is if you have a screwdriver handle, these are a little bit too small to fit into that handle. Okay, so what I be using is a drill, and I'm gonna take them out. So you got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 around the frame, and then you got 2 Phillips screw, which is that one, and this one don't need to be touched because right now I just want to take the one the frame out, okay, to see what happened inside. So put the screwdriver, put in there, and make sure your drill set in reverse. And there you go. Okay. Oops. All right, got that out of the way. Okay, so after I got the screw, the mounting screw on this frame out of the way, this is on the right side of the oven here, of the microwave. I just take my finger and flip it out on both sides, like so. This one that looked like something holding onto it, and looked like there's another Phillips screw right there. I have to take it out. Okay, so I switched from the security Torx bit to number 2 Phillips, and come out just like that. Make sure you don't lose the screw. Alright, so I'll take my finger, okay, my hand just flip this flap out, and you actually can, now you can slice it. It's hard for me to do it with one hand, but see how I lift it up, and then I just pull back on it, and this thing will come out like so. Okay, place this aside. Alright, so now I'm gonna turn this microwave to where I can see what's going on. Okay, so what I did is I flip this up. The reason I do this is easy for me to show you, you know, when you look down at it. So basically what I'm going to do next is I'm going to test to make sure the switches is in contact, okay, because a lot of time that's the problem. So let's see, what I'm going to do is I'm going to push this button, and the door is supposed to open out, and then when I close it, okay, alright, so I don't know if you can see it right there. You should be able to see the red dot where the switch at. Okay, I don't know if you can see it, but that right there. Okay, see that red dot? So I'm gonna push it in, and I want to see if it in that switch move. Okay, so that looked like that, and now I'm gonna open it, and I just want to see if that switch, if you know, something caused that switch to turn on and off. Okay, so close it again. Push it. Okay, the door open, but I don't see any, very little movement from that switch. I mean, it's, okay, when I close it, and you see that black tab, kind of like push on it, but it's not really, see how I move that? It's not really doing a full swing to close the switch. And then, let me see the one down here, okay? Let's try this one right here. This one right here. So I'm gonna open it. Okay, and you see how that thing not really almost touched the switch. Okay, and let me see, should be a third one. Okay, the third one, it looked like it's underneath there too. Yeah, it looks like it's underneath. Okay, there you go. Okay, I don't know if you can see it. That's one rare dot right there, and then one on the bottom too. So to me, it looked like something happened that prevent this door to, because the switch is supposed to be push it in, and it's not. Oh, I see the problem. Okay. All right, I see the problem. I think I know what it is, okay? All right, so see this tap right here and the screw? How this tap right on the metal? Well, if you look down here real close, you see that tap right there? It's kind of like underneath this metal plate. Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to loosen these two screws and see if I can align that tap on top. Okay, if I do that, hopefully the switch have full contact with this arm. All right, so let me see. Set my drill in reverse. I'm going to do the top one first and just loose it out. Okay, and then this one here. Okay, I'm just going to loose it out and see what I can do. Okay, all right. Let me go ahead and take this all the way out so I can have a little wiggle room there. All right, ooh, there it is. Okay, you see that tap right there? That one right there? It was underneath here. Let me see if I can slide that on top. Okay, so now I slide that tap on top. Matches this one, because when I took all microwave, you know, these thing is held in place by tab, and that thing is look like it's out of place. Okay, so now let me put the screw back and figure this one out. Okay, so I just put that screw back with the tap above that metal frame. Okay, now let's test it out. See how that thing pushed the switch? Let me open the door. Oh man, yeah, I think that's the problem right there. See that? And same way with, see a switch on top here. It's hard to see. Come on, zoom in. Okay, I don't know if you can see it, but there is a red dot right in there, and it doesn't look like you're able to see that, but let's see. Zoom in. All right. Okay, but when I push the door open, it looked like that one. Okay, what happened here is this switch failed to open or close when the door is open or closed. Okay, so in other words, if I close the door, this rear will disappear, but it's not. So something caused it to stay open, and that's why the light in the microwave is on when you close the door. Okay. So the first problem I find is the bracket was incorrectly placed in, and now is the switch here, okay? Because you have no contact or very little contact with that rear button, and that's the problem. Look at these two down here. Yeah, you see that, how that thing have a very you know, it get in contact. There you go. with the switch. Okay, so I'm gonna shut this down and test this oven to see if it's working. Oh, by the way, before I noticed, I think that's a problem because before I can open this door without push this button. Okay, now you see I can't do it. Okay, I tried to yank it out and I can't do it. I have to push the button, and you see how that thing just popped right out. And when I close it, now I try to open it and I can't. So I think that's a problem right there. But let me turn this oven on the right side and test this. Okay, I found a problem with this microwave. All right, so right here, if you're looking at the switch right inside here. Okay, I don't know if you can see it, but when I open the door, there it is. You see that red switch popping up? Okay, so when I close the door, that switch is supposed to be shut. You're not supposed to see that red thing. Okay, so I'm going to open it again and watch. I'm going to hold onto this. Okay, I'm going to hold onto this, and I'm going to use this finger to shut the door. And watch that red switch. Okay, it disappear on you. That's what you want. Okay, because that's indicate that the switch is closed and the circuit is complete, and the microtron gonna generate heat. Okay, and plus it's also turn off the lights here too. So when you get a microwave, the lights turn on when the door closed. That tells you something wrong with the switch. But in this case, it's not the switch. It's the mounting that is weakened. Okay, so here I have a door open. Okay, pay attention to how this thing moves when I shut the door. See how that thing moves like that? So it give it that play, and see that switch right there is still under the release position, which is not closing the circuit. Okay, and that's why the lights stay on. So this is what I'm gonna do. Okay, now do it again. Watch. I hold onto this and I give it a staple, staple ground. Okay, so prevent this black thing from moving. Okay, and I'm gonna use my finger. I'm gonna shut the door here, and watch the switch. See, that's what you want. So, because this thing move and it give it play and prevent the arm from pressing down that switch, what I'm going to do is I'm going to loosen that screw. I'm going to take that. I'm going to see if I can drill a hole through here, and then I'm going to run the wire, a bare wire from that hole. I'm going to tie it up to this hole up here, and to see the purpose is jerk this thing back so it won't move. Okay, so it won't move when you shut the door. Okay, so the problem here, if you replace that switch, you just waste your money, because it's not the switch, it's the arm that pressing down to it. And see, it got too much movement. Look, see that? It's got too much movement. So when it closed, you see that red thing is still on. Okay, that red switch is still on, and so that's what happened here. Okay, so I hold onto this, make this a staple foundation. I shut the door. There you go. The switch is off now. Okay, now that switch off, it will turn off the light inside the oven, and you know, it tell the oven that the door is closed. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. Drill a hole through here and see if I can fix this thing. Okay, so I put a piece of wire through there. Okay, I drill a hole right there. I put a piece of wire right there, and I twist tie it together, and it's kind of like hold this thing stable. Okay, so when you open the door, you see that red switch right there. Now if I close it, see how that thing shut the switch off? Close it. See how this thing switch, and watch this thing. See if it move. See, you see, it's not moving as much as before. So, but the key thing is, because this thing moves so much, flex, you know, toward the camera, it's moved so much that it prevent the switch from pressing down. Okay, So what happened, that's what happened. And now, you know, as you can see, by, you know, basically I think this is a flawed design, because, you know, they could have made it more rigid so it prevent this flexibility of this thing here, because that's what I found. Okay, so there you go. So this little wire right here fix the problem. Okay, because technically if you replace the switch, you know, it's not going to do any good because the switch is good. All right, and if you replace it, it's not going to work, because when you open or close the door, this mounting here kind of like flex. Okay, it get too much flex. So but it's the only way that I can think of is to drill a hole and then mount it up here. So so I think this is gonna work out good. Okay, so I'm gonna slap everything back. By the way, don't worry, I won't pattern this, so you know, I won't do any copyright BS on here. Okay, you can copy my ingenuity, or who knows, you can make it better, right? Yeah, I'm gonna put a bracket, you know, and if somebody asks me, I'm gonna say, oh, it's near the extra ground wire, but technically this is what that is. Okay, so so the problem with this is the owner told me, hey, I got a problem with the door, and when I plug it in, I noticed that the lights stay on, and the door used to be open as well, but now it's not. Okay, so test it again. You can see, you know, worked perfectly. You know, it took me a little while to figure out, because this thing flex. Okay, the thing that draw to my attention is this clip right here. It looked like it's missing. I don't know, maybe it's missing something here that I don't know about. But anyway, I don't know, maybe the bracket hook onto here, but it's missing. But I don't know. I don't know, so I can't tell you. But this is how I fix this problem. Okay, so now I'm gonna put this microwave back and see what's going on. Okay, so I'm gonna put this panel back, make sure everything is aligned. Really simple to do. All you do is just slide this whole thing back in and align it. Okay, now for the 5 screw on the back. Okay. I don't know why they even use security screw on this. I think a whole bunch of BS. I mean, if you're gonna take this out, you're gonna take it out. There you go. Okay, now I'm gonna turn this thing around, plug it in, and check out what happened. Okay, plug in the microwave, open the door, see the light. Okay, now the most important thing is see that light right there. Most important thing, I shut this, the light shut. Okay, that's the most important thing. See how the light shut? That's what you want. Okay, because if the light don't shut, the microwave not gonna work. So I'm gonna put in, there you go, Navy Reserve, stay strong. Okay, so ain't that like Army strong? I don't know, Navy Reserve strong, I don't know. But anyway, let's put in a glass of water in here. Okay, and I'm gonna test it again, try to see if that light turn off when you shut the door. There you go. Okay, so I'm gonna put quit minute, 1 minute. I'm gonna press start, and the light's on, and then glass in there. Okay, see everything turning, the light is on, you hear the microwave running. Okay, so got a few seconds, beep. Okay, now open this out. Ooh, yeah, I can feel the heat. And there's a wire. Ooh, I can see steam coming out of there. There you go. Okay, so that's how you fix this microwave. Like I say, the customer told me Problem is the door failed to stay shut, and so what happened is I guess that bracket is too loose, and it's, you know, to prevent the oven door from you know, it get too much play, so the oven door the light stay on, and that's why the microwave not working. But it's all fixed now, so that's it. Thank you very much for watching. It's been another successful repair. This time is a Panasonic microwave. Thank you very much for watching.